former President Donald Trump has gotten everything that he asked for concerning the case surrounding the classified materials that were found at Mar-a-Lago last month. First, Donald Trump got his judge that he appointed in Florida, Judge Cannon, who granted him a request for a special master to review those seized documents. Now, Trump also got the pick Raymond Dearie. Judge Raymond Dearie is that special master. He said, I want that guy. And they said, okay, here you go. Everything that he wanted. And yet, he's upset. Because of course he is. Now, it turns out Mr. Dearie has frustrated Trump's legal team by demanding a little bit of evidence. Let me give you the details. On Monday, Trump's legal team refused a requirement set forth by the special master that Trump's team provide details about his claim to have declassified documents that were seized during the FBI in the search of Mar-a-Lago. According to a letter filed by Trump's legal team, they will not comply because they say, and this is the best part, that it would weaken their case against a subsequent indictment. Oh, you want to see evidence that Trump had classified these documents? You know what? We can't do that right now because that will actually hurt us. Oh, is that it? Oh, wow. Now let me read the text of that. The draft plan requires the plaintiff disclose specific information regarding declassification to the court and to the government, which would make sense if you're out there claiming, hey, these documents say they weren't classified, they were declassified, and that's why it was totally legal for me to have that at Mar-a-Lago at my house where I live. You know, totally fine. Okay, well, let's see some evidence of that. Ooh, can't do it. Sorry. Quote, we respectfully submit that the time and place for affidavits or declarations would be in connection with the Rule 41 motion that specifically alleges declassification as a component of its argument for return of property. Otherwise, the special master process will have forced the plaintiff to fully and specifically disclose a defense to the merits of any subsequent indictment without such a requirement being evident in the district court's order. So again, if Trump's team gives them the evidence that Trump had declassified the documents, as they claim they did, they're like admitting that it would weaken their own case. Amazing. Now, of course, that means to me, they obviously didn't declassify the documents properly. Trump didn't. And therefore, had illegally retained classified materials that the government had requested several times that he send back. In fact, Trump's legal filings, their team's legal filings, have contained no mention of the seized documents having been declassified in advance or otherwise, as Trump had claimed repeatedly in public. Now, the filing pretty much shows that they're desperate to wait out the clock, to drag out the proceedings by saying, oh, like, we can't do it now, but we can do it later. We can do it later. We'll show you the proof at a later time. Well, why not now? What it's good. It'd be good to show it now. But it's obvious why they're not, because they don't have the evidence. They don't have the proof because it didn't happen. Look, that likely, of course, has Trump furious that his special master plan is not working out. So, like, if you're at Mar-a-Lago, you might want to watch out for flying hamburgers. It's probably not going to be a good day. Look, Judge Dearie, they picked him, by the way, because he was very deliberate, i.e. slow, right? But in this case, it seems like Judge Dearie's like, no, let's get this going. I got like 13,000 documents to go through. I got till November. Let's get this done. All right. I just need to go through these documents, but I need to know whether or not you declassified them or not. So now that's not what the Trump team was hoping to hear. No, he wanted Dearie to drag out the process as long as possible. And my guess is, and this is my speculation, is that he wants to wait for the midterms to be over with and hope that the Republicans take the House and the Senate and put a stop to investigations or to gum up the works as much as they can, with as much power as they can, until maybe Donald Trump announces a presidential bid. And then who knows what kind of ways they'll attempt to delay these things. But again, that is my speculation, right? That said, it makes sense as to why the Trump team, even when getting exactly what they asked for, are now objecting to that very thing. Just talk about a hilarious backfire. It's great. And again, the reason that the Trump team does not want to actually say and go to court and present evidence is because, well, they would have to lie under oath. That would get them in trouble. Obviously, there's penalties for perjury, which again makes me believe, of course he did it. He took classified material. He lied about having that material. And then when he was caught, he refused to give it back. And of course, this is a mess of his own making. He didn't have to take those documents, but he couldn't help himself because, oh, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. I want the documents. I want the letters, the love letters from Kim Jong-un. Okay, that's fine. That's yours. You can keep those love letters and, do whatever you want with them. I don't care. But don't take the classified documents. Don't take the nuclear documents. They don't belong to you. Give them back. For God's sakes, give them back. And he wouldn't. And so that's why the FBI had to do what they did. You think Christopher Wray wanted to do that? He's a Trump appointee. The last thing the guy wanted to do was set up a raid in Mar-a-Lago. But understand that it was months and months of Trump and his lawyer saying, no, we don't have documents. No, I swear we sent them back. All the other classified documents that we had taken. And then we found out again from a whistleblower inside of Mar-a-Lago that no, he did not return those documents. They had to do this. They had to. All because Donald Trump just literally could not do an incredibly simple thing. Give the stuff back that he stole. Look. It's not a conspiracy to go after Donald Trump. It's Trump doing this to himself. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Now, look, if our legal system actually ends up working for once, well, then Donald Trump might be on track to get the stupidest prize of all. But that, of course, is an if.